During the interview of Moses Kuria with Jeff Koinange, he exposed badly to Kenyans how Rigathi Gachagwa was like during his time in office as the deputy president. And so, before we jump right into the analysis, I want you to first watch and listen to former CS.
There's a guy called Jeremiah Kenyua from Kirinyaga. This guy, he helped me in there when I was buying for Kiambu governor. And his friends. So I told him, look, wait, one day I'll give you a job. So Rigiji wanted to frustrate me. I was a minister for industry at the Kenya Bureau of Standards. So he took a chair. And he said, go and look for someone from Kenya. So he sent one of his people in his office. Yeah, I know that guy. Kube, this guy also is my friend, but Rigiji does not know. Rigiji was doing it to frustrate me. So this guy is now appointed chairman Kenya Bureau of Standards. He calls me, huh? You told me you will not forget me. So I didn't even tell him the truth. I said, relax, you know. And I don't know. Because he used to hire people for us. He used to, do everything at execution. Then he goes to cabinet. The people he's fighting most are not people from other communities. At you are going directly to the president. You should be coming to me before you go to the president. Me now. That's how we're imagining me going to someone before I go to William Ruto. Me Moses Kuria. Me, I go through someone. Me, unweka kwa chupa nitoshe. No, he should have tried other people, but not really me. And then he takes offense with that. That if I want something, I am going to the president, not to him.
Do you think he became too arrogant?
He was not arrogant. He was drunk. He was drunk. He was just drunk. And then we go for meetings. All he does is kutusomea. Nowadays, I was in this retreat in Karen the other day with the president, the first one without him. I organized the other one. I couldn't believe. We finished our whole 2 days without somebody kusomea watu. They had become so normal with this guy. He must somea someone. I couldn't believe that 2 days we have had peace. We are talking issues. Hakuna nani anachelewa, nani yako na nini, sijui nani yako na madhara na president. So my first case is dishonesty. Because I know what he did when he had the means. So for other people, they can be excited. That's whatever. The second one for me is that these tendencies we are now seeing. When we called him a Dio, you remember we were together in Tangatanga. Once we went on social media, I said, once a Dio, always a Dio. Yeah? People thought we were joking. When so many people of us were against this guy being appointed deputy president, we don't understand why. How come so many people now see what he's doing now? Now, he's the one who knows who is educated. The other day he was saying, that one is not educated. Now, he knows which party is good. He knows which party, like my party is Kasongo's party. Yeah? He knows who is going to be cleared. Now, he knows who should be celebrated at you don't listen to the music of so-and-so. My friend, he's going now to give us the maximum height of a woman you should marry. Yeah. How can you be, it's only you. You are the one, you are the super judge of telling everyone, Habana, see Mimi, Wengine, see Mimi, I am telling you for free. Me, I don't like dictatorship. I don't like to rule over anyone. I never claim at any one time that my ideas, if I was to look at my own only personal, and by the way, let me tell you something, Jeff. When I was being fired, Rigiji was sitting there. He was sitting there. Remember, he was there. He was there. But when he was being fired, he was fired in parliament. I was not there. So I have no share in his being fired, but he had a share in my being fired because he was sitting there with the president. Yeah. When the president was saying, but despite all that, I would be such a selfish leader if I only make decisions based on my own personal situation. Yeah.
Do you think there is a good rapport between Moses Kuria and Rigiji? I don't think these two individuals have good relationship, because I don't think if they have good relationship, former CS would have gone to public TV to expose Rigathi Gachagwa in such a way. This is to tell us that these two individuals are reading from different pages politically. And another question I would like to pose is that, do you believe in what former CS is telling us about Rigathi Gachagwa on how he used to behave when he was in office as the deputy president. To me, I concur with the former CS because it is like a confirmation to what President William Ruto once told us about how Rigiji used to behave when he was the deputy president to him. And so, before we proceed with the analysis, I wanted also to watch and listen to the president.
Baada ya uchaguzi si tukaanza kazi. Mambo matatu yalitokea. Ya kwanza, shida. Kesi. Kila siku kwa kesi. Itumbi amesema sijui ameandika nini. Sasa tukafanya kesi. Gaita Itumbi. Deputy President ameketi hapo, mimi hapa. Wewe Deputy President anasema umefanya. Haya, tunamaliza kesi. Next, baada ya wiki moja, Faruk PA, mtu mdogo, amesema amefanya. Haya, naita Faruk, nafanya kesi. Tukamaliza hiyo. Kidogo Ndindi Nyoro amefanya, ameitisha mkutano sijui Kiharu, amepanga wabunge wengi. Mbona amepanga wabunge? Mbona naita Ndindi Nyoro. Tumeketi chini. Kesi. Haya, kuisha hiyo, Kimani Ichung'wah sijui amesema. Sasa mpaka nikamuuliza, ndugu yangu, wewe ni naibu wa rais wa Kenya, bloga huyu Dennis Itumbi, bloga, unasumbuana na yeye nini? PA ya ofisi mtu kidogo. Hawa vijana, sijui Ndindi Nyoro, sijui Kimani Ichung'wah, sijui nani, sijui mama mwingine, sijui anaitwa wa kutoka hapa ati alikuja, sijui anamwambia wewe unazungusha marinda, sijui. Sasa nikamwambia, hivi tena kidogo ni nini? Just wait. Si umeniuliza swali? Kabisa. So nikamwambia, tafadhali tufanye kazi ya Wakenya, tuache hii makesi kidogo. Ndio hiyo, yeye ameanza vita na wabunge. Hawa wabunge wenye kumuondoa bunge, vita na wabunge. Nyinyi wabunge, kabla ya Disemba msiponipigia magoti mtaenda nyumbani. Wabunge ndio hawa. Wabunge ni wanasiasa. Sasa wabunge wakasema, Disemba tutaenda nyumbani tusipokupigia magoti. Okay. Kabla Disemba na sisi tutakushughulikia. Nasikia? Vita mwenyewe ameanzisha na wabunge. Ya tatu.
When the president exposed Rigiji in such a manner, many Kenyans never believed in him because we all know that these two individuals are enemies of each other. So we just knew that the president was maybe trying to ruin the reputation of his former deputy. But now this again of former CS Moses Kuria is a clear confirmation that Gachagwa was truly drunk in power. He was so intoxicated that he never knew that one day he would come down. And to make it worse, he was just stamping his authority on those politicians coming from Mount Kenya region. He was giving them instruction on what to do and what not to do. That is a clear indication that Rigiji, whenever he has power, he automatically becomes a dictator. We have also seen him trying to tell Mount Kenya residents to stop to listening to certain musicians because they have done the opposite of what he doesn't want them to do. But now Rigiji is portraying himself as the savior or saint of this nation, that he hasn't made any mistake politically. But if we truly dive deep to see what he used to do when in office, then you will find that this guy, when he was in office, he was just like an animal. He wasn't someone full of leadership qualities. So guys, that is my take. If you have yours too, you can as well let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and let's catch up soon in our next video. Bye and take care.